Hello, everyone. This is Diamond Princess with another video. I'm not gonna make this video too long. Today is Sunday, and I wanted to enjoy the rest of my day. My co-host is not able to join me today because he has other stuff going on. So it's just me today. So, first off, I want to get into this whole Jessica X situation because a lot of people are curious to know what she looks like. A lot of men from the manosphere and the divestment movement wants Jessica X to camp up because people want to know what she looked like because people suspect that the avatar that she usually display on her videos is actually not her. So a YouTuber named Chris Logic started to do deep research on Jessica X to get some information and to get some photos to see what she actually looked like. And according to Chris Logic, she found some sources that popped up with Jessica X, exposing her real name, her address, her relatives, and not only that, an actual photo of Jessica X. So here's my thing with this whole Jessica X situation. To me personally, I don't care what she looks like. I don't care where she lives. I never been curious about Jessica X. The only thing that bothers me with her is her talking points. But other than that, I really don't care what she looks like. I can care less. But you have like other people trying to search and try to find out because people want to see what Jessica X really looks like. And I'm not too keen on that. I really don't care what she looks like because I don't show my real face on YouTube. I really don't because number one, people tend to use your image and tend to use it for something else. Number two, people docs here on YouTube. And number three, people tend to make these disparaging comments about other people. But here's my point in this whole Jessica X or AKA Raymond situation. Like, I don't really care about Jessica X. I don't go on her channel. I the the I just seen her live uh earlier today because she's doing a panel going after Chris Logic because Chris Logic exposed Jessica X what she really looks like because she got her Facebook and others and her other social media platforms that she has showing her real face. And not only that, it turns out that Jessica X is a single mother. Now, once again, I don't really care about that, but let me tell you something. Jessica X has been talking down on Black single mother for almost a decade now. And this is her karma. This is really her karma because she will always talk about Black women, their looks, how, like, and talking about why they're single, baby mamas, and all that stuff. It's like, but if you look at her lifestyle, she is a single mother and she's not married herself. She's really not married herself. But she wants to go around telling black women, oh, this is why you're single because you don't know how to treat men. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Like this is I feel like this is Jessica X karma. And has been waiting for a long time because the manosphere is probably going to run with this because let me tell you something. The manosphere, they don't like Jessica X. Now you will have some thirsty men that's in this space. They will give Jessica X donations because she's boosting up their ego and boosting up their lies and coddling these men. But let me tell you, the manosphere is not fooled. There are not fooled. There are men in the manosphere that hates Jessica X's guts because she because she is not saying who she says she is. And I'm glad this is coming out to bite her. I really am glad that this is coming out to bite her. And and she's going to deny it. We all know that she is going to deny and say that, oh, that's not actually her. She's going to talk down on the people that mostly done their research. But if you guys actually look on her social media page that Chris Logic just showed, she got exposed. She got exposed for what she really is. And to tell you the truth, I don't feel that sorry for Jessica X because she been putting down black women for a very long time. And to tell you the honest truth, I'm glad that somebody was able to get a real picture of her and be able to expose her on how she looks. Hold on, you guys probably went on Chris Logic's um, photo. You probably already checked out Chris Logic's video earlier this afternoon where she exposes Jessica X's social media and showing what she really looks like. I'm going to show you this screen right here. Because this is okay, and I'm not saying this is really Jessica X. I'm not saying this is really her, but according to Chris Logic, this is Jessica X right here. So you see right here, this says Jessica.x, right? So basically, this could be her. This could be her and her real face. Now, I don't know. This could be, yeah, this is Twitter. This is her Twitter page, and this is what she actually looks like. But she's gonna, well, thank you, allegedly. This is what, well, allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly. I'm not gonna say this is actually her, because when people say that, this actual person, it causes a lot of problems. But I'm gonna say allegedly. You found out on hashtags Black Women's Channel. I found out on Chris Logic because Chris Logic was the first to expose Jessica X and research her. Because if you guys have not heard Chris Logic's video, she and Jessica X went at it in the past, and Jessica X made fun of Chris Logic, talking about her hair, the way she looks, and calling her a baby mama, which Chris Logic doesn't have kids. And they are friends. And talking about her mom and all that stuff. It's like, and Chris Logic got tired of it because Jessica X went after Chris Logic first. So what Chris Logic has done, she did her homework on Jessica X because nobody, for I what I'm hearing from Chris Logic, um, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I think I got it back. Okay, so what I'm hearing from Chris Logic is that she wanted to get back at Jessica X for actually um, making fun of her, basically making fun of her. A lawsuit is coming against Chris Logic for doxing a person. That one. Well, can you? Well, everybody's doxing everybody. Everybody's doxing everybody. I even got doxed. So if we want to keep it real, should we arrest like half of the population that dox people? Shouldn't the FBI be arrested? Should the FBI arrest themselves because they dox people too? The FBI does it too. So can we say that can we actually say that we should arrest other people for doxing other people that dox people on other spaces? Because if that's the case, we should investigate other people that are doxing, should we not? So my thing is that, you know, that's a beast between Jessica X and Chris Logic, and to me it's a fair game because Jessica X actually doxed Chris Logic. She exposed her family on social media, and she done other things too. And and tell that to everybody. Let's tell that to everybody that's doing that. Tell that to the men that are doing that to other people in the space. The manosphere is doxing people too. Should we go in there and tell them that privacy is a concern? Because they don't understand the law either. They don't understand the law themselves. So can we say that Kanye doxed LL Cool J? Should we throw Kanye in jail because Kanye didn't follow the rules? He doxed DL and put his stuff out there. So can we arrest everybody now? Because from what I heard, that looking a person up is not doxing. What doxing is that you're what doxing is actually is that you're exposing people's private information on the internet, such as their address, their phone number, their email, and other stuff that is private, like their job, where they work. That's doxing. Showing people's other social media is not doxing. Showing people's photos are not doxing because you're not showing their address, you're not showing their phone number, you're not uh, telling them where they work. That's doxing. So, yeah, doxing is basically showing your private information. But for I watched Chris Logic's video earlier today, and then she did not show Jessica X address, what city she lived in. She did not show her family on the internet, and she definitely did not give out her phone number or nothing. That's doxing. That's doxing. She just showed Jessica X's social media. That's it. Yeah, social media is a public platform. Yeah, well, yeah, she said, yeah, she did admit. She did admit that she did find her address, phone number, and all that stuff, but she did not show it on a public platform. She did not show her information on a public platform because that will be called doxing. I know my line of work. Jessica was on. Sorry, she was on Jessica S. Channel. She made it clear what she did. Uh, Chris Logic did not expose any of her information except her social media. That's it. Like everybody shows their social media on their platforms. It's not doxing. There's a difference. YouTube is not a private company. YouTube is not a private company. If it was, it would not be a public platform. If it was private, it would not be available to everybody. Everybody would not have access to YouTube if it was a private company. So I'm gonna share the link. Anybody can come up. What do I do that for? Anybody can come up and they can talk. I don't care if you have an opposed opinion. That's okay as long as we are respectful. If you can't be respectful on my platform, then I'm going to kick you out and I'm going to block you. Okay? But I'm going to give people a chance to talk about this subject. Anybody can come up at Bixby, uh, a woman who don't exist to you, and even Sky Daddy can come up here because I know what doxing is. But I I watched Chris Lodge's video. She did not put out any public information of Jessica X. She did not. But she did say that she knew where Jessica X lived, but she did not expose that. And we have to know the difference of doxing and revealing a person on showing person's social media. That's a difference. This is her social media page. That's a difference. So if anybody wants to come up, you're more than welcome. I'll be here for like another hour. So yeah. So Jessica. I saw her. I only saw like a little bit of her video, but she was arguing with a divester on her platform, and there was she had other men on her platform as well. And let me tell you, there were dust flying everywhere. I swear, but I wish Black women would stop going up on Jessica X's platform because you're outnumbered. This woman was outnumbered, and there was like what, three men on the panel, including Jessica X, outnumbering her, trying to gaslight this woman. into thinking that she's crazy and all that stuff. Like that's stop going up there. Stop going on these platforms. Hey, Bixby.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
My phone is fighting me today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw she doesn't really sound like she is on women's side a lot of times when she gave her
Mm-hmm.
commentary, and she made a lot of enemies. So,
Mm-hmm.
um I don't think that a lot of people are going to feel sorry for her that her true likeness has been revealed.
Oh yeah. Jessica X had it coming because a lot of people, a lot of men in the manosphere were actually asking her to cam up. A lot of men in the manosphere don't like Jessica X for some reason. I don't know what she did on that space, but I can tell you that she made a lot of black women mad. She did.
Yeah, but
And
didn't she start a channel, her own channel? She made a lot of money for the some of these black male content creators by being on their channel, and
yeah,
then she went and started her own channel, so she probably took all that money with her.
yeah, and I think that's why some of these men are mad because she made her own platform and she
Right.
was able to build off that because a lot of these men were able to donate her cash app or her wherever they're donating the money to. That's what they're doing. I think that's why a lot of men in the manosphere are mad at her because because a lot of their subscribers are going over to her platform donating, and that's why they're actually mad because I've seen these videos of these men. They hate Jessica X. They really do. They hate her.
Well, this is, I mean, eventually the bubble was going to burst.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah,
I don't think that I really think that the pictures that were found were on a public platform.
yeah.
And when you join Facebook and different things, you have to sign a disclosure that you
Hmm.
understand that these pictures don't belong to you, that they can use your pictures.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
she willingly and knowingly she signed the disclosure. And
Mm.
so if people, find those pictures, they're not her private pictures. It's not like they went into her personal email account and stole the
Hmm.
pictures from the cloud or something like that. These are
Yeah.
on a public platform.
Yeah. I was telling Sky Daddy earlier that YouTube is a public platform. It's not a private company. It's not
Yeah.
because if it was a private company, then a lot of people there will be then the people that's in the company will only be able to, excuse me, access YouTube, not people from the outside, and that really didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. I wish that he would uh come up and explain his logic behind that.
Yeah, and he don't have to be scared. I'm not going to chew him out. I just want to hear his side of the story.
Yeah, because I was under the impression that you know, I know that that's why a lot of people left Facebook because
Yeah.
they upgraded, in the beginning it was one way,
Mhm.
and then they upgraded the disclosure,
Mhm.
and people had to sign a new one, and a lot of
Mhm.
people read it and said, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable with this," and a lot of people left.
Yeah. I even left Facebook. I don't have a Facebook anymore. But
Yeah, I left Facebook too because I kept getting people hacking into my channel posing as family members.
yeah,
And
me
when I
too.
would ask my family member, "Did you send this to me?" because the verbiage wasn't right. And they were like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, this is a scam. I'm getting off of this."
Yeah. So there was a lot of scamming going on YouTube, and that's why I left. I said I love the people that followed me. I love my family and friends, but I was like, peace out. I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
If they steal your private information, that's doxing. When people take your private information.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I know when I was on Facebook, it was just people were trying to be my friend, and
Uh-huh.
then when I would accept them as a friend, then then they would be posting these giant pictures of themselves on my page,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking, you're just advertising yourself. You're not trying to be my friend. Or
Yeah.
they would be telling me about some book that they wrote. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just a bunch of people that were pretending like they wanted to be your friend, but they just wanted to advertise on your page, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
paying you to advertise on your page.
No. No.
And I was like, and I had to keep on changing my message, going, no, I don't want to promote your tape. I don't want to promote your
Mm-hmm.
And I just got to the point where I was like, this is just too much.
Yeah.
It's turning too commercial. And so I left.
Yeah. I think a lot of platforms are becoming more commercialized now. And it doesn't matter whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Instagram. A lot of these platforms are becoming commercialized because people make money off these advertisements.
Yeah, I mean, they do, but it was getting to the point where they were posing as family members.
Yeah. But
Oh, I want to tell you about this opportunity. And I'm like, I'd call my sister and go, did you send this to me? And she's like, no.
mhm.
And I was like, okay, yeah, this is happening too many times.
Here's my I like to get back on the Jessica X topic. Is she's not really doxing her. Uh, she's really not doxing Jessica, because what doxing is that you put people's private information on the internet, such as their address, their bank account, their email, and whatever else that is private to them that should not be on public platforms. That's doxing. Not social media is not doxing. It's a public platform. You're not exposing people's information on there, but people make it seem like, oh, it's the same thing. No, it's not.
And
She's
that's why I'd like for him to come up and explain that,
mhm.
because there, to me, there's a difference, and to you, there's a difference, but to him, there's no difference.
Uh well, looks like he's not coming up because the link has been there for a quite a while now. So uh I don't think he's gonna come up anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the content creators that I am subscribed to, she even put out a video which I'm gonna watch later to hear her opinion, because she said that Jessica X failed to disprove Chris Lodge's claim, which I agree, because when I listened to that platform, she did not disprove anything. She did not say it was her or it wasn't her, but yet she did not say, yeah, that's me, that's my platform. She didn't prove or disprove anything, you know?
Right.
So we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, it's I mean, she just pretty much built her platform on her looks. And so
Oh, yeah.
if she, I mean, that was a big part of it. And
Mm-hmm.
so if she doesn't look the way she says that she looks, then when she was getting down on American women about being overweight and
Mm-hmm.
this and that and this and that, then that just that disproves her findings, or it disproves her message, because she's overweight. Because the pitch I saw some pictures of her, and she looked like she was not thin. She looked like she was had a middle-aged woman's body.
Here's the thing. Jessica needs to it and it there's average looking people make up most of the population in this world. Okay, so Jessica X, if she wants to, she needs to say, yeah, that's me. If it is her, she needs to say, yeah, it's me, that's my social media and all that stuff. Okay, cool. But she hasn't done that. She haven't disproved Chris Logic's claims at all that if that was her.
Right.
And to order to do that, she needs to say, okay, yeah, what Chris Logic said was a lie. That is not me. I did not make up that account. She could have said that, and everybody would have went on their business and people wouldn't have kept guessing who she was. But Angry Man, it said a couple of days ago that Jessica X sent him a picture of herself, and he promised her that he would not share that photo.
Well, I mean, it's become kind of like, like Tim Taylor on that show he used to be on where he was the tool man and his neighbor, you could only see the top of his head. It's kind of like a gag
Mm-hmm.
where she's this elusive, vixen that nobody gets to see, like
Mm-hmm.
she's not a mere mortal like the rest of us. So it kind of was turning into a cult like following for her.
Mm-hmm.
And if she turns out that she doesn't even look like, she was getting Oz status, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened when the people pulled back the curtains and they met Oz? He was nothing like what they thought he was. And
Mm-hmm.
so, she had this cult like following where people was thinking that she was like that avatar that she has on her that she presents every time she appears on someone's channel, and
Yeah.
that avatar even looks cartoonized. It doesn't even look like a real person.
Yeah.
So
You mean the avatar that she usually show on her platform, her YouTube channel?
on her thumbnail she
Yeah.
has like, yeah, that thumbnail looks like it's been really really heavily edited,
Mm-hmm.
like almost like a cartoon like Jessica Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
look
that's
like.
probably, but to
Yeah.
me, it looks like if that's a real person, let's just say that if that's a real person that's in that photo, and that person sees that this other person is passing themselves off as that person, Jessica X could be in really big trouble. She could be in
Well,
really big trouble for impersonating that person in that photo. She could even this person could even file a lawsuit for defamation.
okay, I kind of think that that could be, I'm just stretching and I'm just guessing based on what little I know about photography. But I'm
Hmm.
thinking that that could be a picture of her at 19 years old. People do use old pictures, and it
Hmm.
could be tweaked.
But the shirt that she's wearing, it looks kind of modern. It looks very modern because we don't know how old Jessica X really is. Because they said on her Facebook she's claiming that she's 30 years old, and I always wonder why Jessica X was claiming to be 25 for the past 3 years.
On the pictures that I saw, she looked like she was 40. She
Yeah,
looked like she was easily 40. And there's nothing wrong with being 40,
there's nothing
but
wrong.
you're presenting yourself as being this perpetual 25-year-old sex goddess vixen,
Hmm.
and if you live long enough you're going to get old like the rest of us mere mortals.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so for yeah.
She from what I heard, Jessica said in the past few years that she was 25 years old. I'm like, dang, do you age? Like, do you like how old are you really? Like, because you've been 25 for the past 3 years. Like, come on
Yeah.
now. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she would be more relatable if
Hmm.
she were to show a real picture without all those filters and all that stuff. But she
Hmm.
chooses not to do that. And
Right.
so, and by her like making shots at a lot of people, people are going to be on a mission and they're going to say, that's it. We're going to find out. We're going to pull back the curtain and we're going to see what Oz really looks like. And it
Yeah, I
seems
think
like that. Yeah.
she just finished her lives.
Oh, she just finished?
She finished her live like 51 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if that's her, I mean, but to me, I think that that was a big part of it was her look. Everybody
Hmm.
was mesmerized by that look. And if
Hmm.
she doesn't look like that, then all of these
But
people
look
that
at
are
the difference.
shallow,
I don't think the person in that photo is the same person, because if you look at the shape of the face, because the shape of your face does not change much. And I'm seeing the difference in seeing the skin tone difference. It's not the same person as what Chris Logic has shown. I don't think it's the same person.
well, that would be unfortunate if it was because, then she's using a model's picture,
Hmm.
and we don't know if the model gave her permission to use that picture.
Exactly. So that model, if somebody would contact that model and let her know, hey, Jessica X is using your photo, then she'll take action. She'll actually come out on the platform and say, that ain't me.
Right, right.
I don't, that woman that's showing my picture, I'm not talking.
Yeah, you would have to do a reverse Google search and locate that model and contact the model through their agent and say, hey, this person is using your picture. Did
Right.
you give them permission? So you'd have
Yeah,
to do something along those lines.
exactly. And tell me, like, most of my avatars that I present on my platform, they're usually come off of Pinterest, and they're
Right,
cartoon characters.
right, right,
So I don't use real people's avatar as my avatar, because I don't have permission to use actual live people's avatars. I don't
mm-hmm,
have their permission to do that.
right,
So I just use cartoon avatars as my
right.
avatar.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, most of the people in America are not thin.
Hmm.
And so she went through a lot of effort to try to make it look like she's the exception to the rule. And if
Hmm.
those pictures are real, she just looks like everybody else.
Right.
She doesn't look like a goddess.
No. And the avatar that's in her, that she's using now, that woman, she looks like she's in her late 30s. The woman in that avatar, she looks
Oh,
like,
she has a different avatar. See, I remember that young looking avatar she
because
had.
have you seen the avatars that she put up?
No,
Uh,
I think I just saw the old version avatar that she had when she was on Kevin Samuel's show. I haven't seen the updated avatar she's been using.
she's sitting on a couch and she's wearing a blue blouse or something like that, a blue crop top or whatever.
Yeah, I think I saw that avatar, but she looked really thin and trim in that avatar.
That's not like she. I seen like different avatars that she posted up, and some of them don't even look like the same person. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right.
Some of them do not look like the same person, and I'm just like, okay, if this really her? Because this don't look like her. Because these women, they look like two different women.
Well, I wonder how she's gonna move forward from here, because I think that these pictures may be the real pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this might be the real picture, because they were posted on public platforms, and they were, you know, and they were viewed on another public
Cause
platform that,
she had another avatar where she, let me look her up on Google, where she was
yeah.
wearing a white blouse with black pants. And it doesn't even look like the same person. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, but can't you change clothes and stuff like that on, with apps? Can't you you could change you can change your voice, you can change your accent. A woman can sound like a man, you could have there's a lot of things you could do with filters.
Yeah. There's a lot of things, but I'm talking about the women in the photos that Jessica X is presenting.
Mhm.
That don't like, to be honest with you, that don't really like look like her. you know? Hold
Well,
on.
it could be a niece, you know.
Mhm.
It could be a family member, it could be, a sibling, a cousin.
Hold on a second. I think the woman that she is putting on her avatar, I think her name is Jolisa M, because Jolisa M has an Instagram. And she looks
Mhm.
like the same person that Jessica X is posting up on her
Oh,
avatar.
okay.
Hold on a second. Okay, so hold on. Let me put the hold on a second. Let me put the let me share it real quick so you know what I'm talking about, because this woman looks it looks like the same woman, but okay, so this is Jessica X right here, right? That's the photo that she is presenting right now. And here's the same photo that looks like the same person. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh God, let me see. Why is this not showing up on my other thing? I think I stopped it. Um, yeah, I mean, it could be, as long as, I mean, if you want to use that person as a representative of you, and as long as you're paying that model to pretend like
Mhm.
they're you, that's one thing.
Mhm.
But if that's not the case, then somebody, is, owes somebody some money. So,
Exactly.
you know.
Look at that. That looks like the same woman. Hold on. Oh, you see that right there?
Yeah,
Because
they do look yeah, it looks like the same woman.
yeah, right here. Hold on, let me look up Lisa M. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can look her up, Jaleesa M. Because that looks like the same person. Let me see. Because that looks like the same avatar that Jessica X is using. So this is her right here. And she has a Pinterest. I don't know if I can. Hold on, let me see if I can. Because that looks like the same woman Jessica X is posting on
And
her.
how old is that lady?
I have no clue. Here, let me see. Let me see how old is she. Well, it doesn't say, but it says right here, experienced customer care professional, bring 8 years of applying at customer service, meditation, community. I think she lives in the States because if you see right here, that looks like something like American Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. So she lives in Miami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does look like her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that looks like the same photo Jessica X is posting. Hold on, let me see if let me see. I want to go to the website, see if I can get more, see more photos. Cause okay, native language is Dutch, English, and Surinamese, Tongese, or what her name. I don't know if I could look at her profile because I don't have this social media.
Yeah, I don't have LinkedIn either. You have to, as soon as you click on it, it makes you try to, put a
Mm-hmm.
profile on there.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
she,
it could be, but it's just, like the other lady said on the other platform. She said she could clear all of this up by camming up.
yeah.
If she just cams up, everybody will shut up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody.
that does. Oh my God, that does look like the pictures that she's
Mm-hmm.
been putting up.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
different pictures. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that does look very much like that picture. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, what in the world? Hold on, let me get out of there. Yeah.
And
So let
so,
me
what
go.
does this person do for a living?
I don't know. I guess she's a model. Like
Yeah.
you said, she's a model. So she's at say the least Instagram photo. Let me see. Okay, I think she's a beauty guru, but yeah, I don't think this is Jessica X.
Yeah.
Because Jessica X, she like I can't believe it. Like, so this person looks the same as almost the same. I would say almost the same as this person. Almost the same. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy how but Jessica X, if she can prove that she is this woman right here in the photo, then a lot of people could shut up.
I mean, it's not that hard. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not
She
that hard.
yeah, if she could prove that she's the woman in the photo, people will shut up.
Right.
Yeah, but it it's not hard. Let me see. That's not the photo, but this one is. But yeah. But hopefully, if Jessica X just need to just to prove Chris Logic wrong, just come up and say, yeah, this woman in this photo right here is me.
Right. Right.
She is me.
Yeah.
And that's that. But you can't.
Yeah, that's why they say people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. If this chick
Hmm.
really is you, then just cam up and say, "Look, it's me."
Right. But we don't have any other like we don't have any other photo of Jessica X. Well, but here's another photo I'm going to show you that's on her video that don't look similar to her. Hold on a second. Let me show you. Because she has a, this is an old video though, but I am going to, because it doesn't look like the same person. Hold on a second. Like as this person. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get out of this here, and I'm going to show you her video, and hopefully you can know the difference in the video too, because it looks like the avatars that she's putting up is not actually, they don't look like the same photo.
Mm-hmm.
A second. So just look closely at here, right here.
Michael and Bossy Empress just came in the room.
Oh, hi, Michael. Hi, Bossy Empress. How are you? You guys could come up if you like. This is an open panel. But this woman right here doesn't even look like the same avatar. It's just a different woman.
Yeah, she looks like the woman on the pictures that you pulled up on the Instagram, but I know who this guy on the right is.
We all know who that guy on the right is.
But yeah, that looks like her with just some giant glasses.
Yeah. But my thing is that I think she's pulling up somebody else's photo. In my opinion. It's just my opinion. Oh, there is Bossy Empress. Hey girl.
Hey boo, how you doing, everybody?
Hey, Bossy Empress, how are you?
I'm doing good. Is it AP? What is Bunny?
Bronx, New York.
Bronx. Okay, my bad. I'm so sorry. Girl, I would have. I think that's really her. What do you think?
I think that they may have found her.
It looked pretty legit to me. Yeah. I mean, there's so much to unpack there. It's a lot.
I think that what I found on Jessica X photo, it shows another woman's name on there, because what I have seen on Google, the woman looks the same, almost like Jessica X's avatar, but in a different name.
Right. See, that's what we need to find, is whose avatar it is. But who knows? She might even be paying this person for these pictures to use the avatar. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, we don't know where she's getting the pictures from. But the one thing that I noticed about these biracial women, because there's another content creator who I used to be part of a certain sector. She doesn't show her face either, but they always have these. Oh well, I revealed myself to this person, and I showed a real picture to that person. It's like, just cam up. If you're gonna do all that, cam the fuck up. It shouldn't be that hard.
But you know what? The fact that you're attacking people's looks,
right?
That's what's in it for me, is that you're attacking the way people look, and then you're holding yourself out there that you're a goddess,
right?
And it's like, okay, well, can you show us how it's done? You know, and you just have this still picture that you're just rotating around like a handful of pictures, but that's not who you are. Those are a bunch of pictures. You could have hired a model to be your brand.
Right.
Here's how I see it. Jessica, in my opinion, Jessica X don't owe anybody anything. She don't have to show herself to anybody. But here's my thing. If you're able to send a picture, your real self, to send a picture to the angry man, why don't you just cam up? Because angry man at one point is gonna he's gonna show who you are anyways. He's not gonna hold his word as water. Like, he's gonna spill.
I just feel like there's something weird about not camming up. Like, especially if you're gonna reveal yourself to specific people, why not just cam up for 1 second, 2 seconds, be like, "Hi guys, this is me. Stop playing." But what she's getting a lot from people continuously exposing her, because it makes us look like the hater. Well, I mean, I've never tried to expose her, but the people who do actually expose her, and you never did either. But the people who are going out of their way to expose her, it's giving her actually more clout. It's actually having the opposite effect. But
Yeah.
she's doing it on. That's why she's using the picture and then saying, "Oh, well, I revealed my real self, and the people who need to know it's me know it's me." It's all manipulation. It's all smoke and mirrors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people gotta know when they're being manipulated. Because I never cared about what Jessica X looked like. I never pay attention to her. I don't look her
Right.
way. I don't talk about her. This is the first time ever that I talked about Jessica X because Chris Logic, did a little bit of research on her and found, found some of her social media on when she was researching on her. But Chris Logic also said, if you haven't watched the video, that Jessica exposed her information online, like showing her family and showing some pictures of her and and blah blah blah. Because she said Jessica X started first. Hi, gaming. How are you? I'm doing good. I am doing good. But she said Jessica X, started showing her family on other platforms, and people in the manosphere picked that photo up and started making fun of her underage siblings. So, and that's what caused her to retaliate and find information on Jessica X, in my opinion.
Right. I watched Chris Logic's entire video, and I think Chris Logic is a great content creator.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, I just feel as though I don't know, like it's gonna be until she cams up. It's gonna be, and I doubt she's ever gonna cam up. But it just, to me, it's not respectable for her to
Mm-hmm.
be, oh well, I showed myself to this person and that person, so we just have to
Mm-hmm.
take their word for it. It's an organization. It's giving organized bullshit. Like they're all
Mm-hmm.
lying, and
Yeah.
it's hard to respect. But at the end of the day, these thirsty, dusty incels
Mm-hmm.
are going to try their hardest to have a woman who looks like Jessica X pointing their finger and wagging her finger at Black women, because
Mm-hmm.
they get off on that.
Yeah,
Um,
it feeds their ego.
yeah, and it's like, and I'm like, it's funny to me because when my situation, everybody knows what happened, what I was getting dragged for a few weeks ago. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they were trying to recruit me into the manosphere by coming to my channel and having these nice little. I'm like, y'all are not gonna get me. Like, it's not gonna
Yeah.
happen. And it was very weird. And once I said that, they all stopped coming to my channel and talking to me.
Yeah.
But once they have a token, whomever that fits the look that they want, whether they're real or not, they're gonna stand behind them and promote them and uplift them and protect them because that's what they need. Most of these men in the manosphere are very unattractive
Mm-hmm.
and undesirable. So they need someone with the phenotype of a Jessica X to be on their side because they've always weaponized light skin. They've always weaponized these exotical looking type of women, and like nobody wants these manosphere dudes. Nobody wants them, but they really would like. It's funny because there's other women that are female content creators in the manosphere that actually do cam up. So why not
Yeah.
just cam up?
Tanika Marie cams up. She cams up all the time.
Child, child. She sure do. She sure does, and it's like so does what Crimson Cur or Cure, whatever her name
Yeah.
is.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Child.
She's like, oh
Um,
Lord.
That's the last picture I saw of her was an abomination.
yeah, but
She just had,
they're
I mean,
gonna.
she's all about natural beauty, but she had these giant red lips and and
I,
obvious makeup. And I was like, I thought she was about the natural. What the hell?
and that's
I
another
don't
thing.
watch her
It's like,
channel, so I don't know.
yeah, I don't watch her either. I've seen a few of the videos here and there, and I know what she looks like. And she does. You're right. She does have that bright ass red lipstick on, and yeah. But my thing is, there's always, I'm better than you, prettier than you, I'm natural, you're not. Like, first of all, we're multidimensional human beings. I don't wear makeup all the time. I don't. I really promise you, I don't. And y'all, and most people who follow my channel know that I don't. I come up all the time without makeup, and I do my like. Yeah. What does makeup have to do with being pretty? And why is that a talking point? That is the weirdest thing to me.
I don't know.
And they're like, oh, wigs and weaves. Well, there's women out there that don't wear wigs and weaves. Not every woman is going to want to present themselves the same. So when they start doing all that, because think about it, men that are going to be taking you somewhere, company gatherings, vacations, trips, they want you to look some type of way. They want some makeup every now and again. They want you to know how to dress.
Yeah, so guys want you to look put together. They want you to make them look good, you know?
Right. So when people start really sitting up there like, oh, well, weaves, wigs, all of this makeup and acting like these are negative things, it's like, but isn't that feminine? Like, black men are always complaining that they're not getting feminine women. However, when we're doing feminine things like hair extensions, that's always been a part of beautifying yourselves in different cultures from the beginning of time. Face painting, aka makeup, nowadays is just another updated version of that. So it's like, why are it's always been a status symbol for people to be able to extend their hair and face paint. These are status symbols. So, but black men don't have any fucking status. So that's why they're not there.
It's more like it's more like they can't afford the upkeep of women because most of these guys are broke. Let's be honest. That's why they're complaining.
Right.
So, that's why they're complaining, because they know they can't. If you say I have to get my nails done, I need $50. They don't have it.
Also, I think that a lot of it has to do with, oh, I don't want you to attract another man because black men are not used to competing.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons too.
They don't want to compete. Because if you're making yourself look pretty and say a actually real man with some resources that is competing and is not afraid to compete steps to you, and his little dusty ass is in the like he can't compete. So when men say they don't like, or even women say that, oh well, I'm natural, it's like, okay, that's fine. But when men are like that, I'm just like, okay, well, you can't afford me, you don't like feminine women, and you don't understand status. So you're not really my type anyways. Like, go find, see, and it's weird because black men feel like they're entitled to control women, and they're like, every woman's not going to be your type, bro. Like, you don't get every woman in the world. Y'all are they're greedy as fuck.
Here's the thing, like, we don't have to worry about these men right now because the FBI and Homeland Security are looking at these at these guys' social media pages. It doesn't matter whether it's on YouTube or they have a private or whatever. The FBI is on these dudes. They're surveillance them now because of all the shootings and killing of women and all these hate talking points. They're starting to label them as terrorist groups.
They need to.
Yeah.
They need to.
Yeah. And so they're cracking down on them now. They're cracking the whip on the manosphere now.
Right. And they need to. And it's scary.
Duke O'Shea Jackson, I went on his channel earlier this morning. He only has content talking about celebrities, Kanye West, and all that stuff. I said, oh, now he changed it up.
Right.
He took himself far away from the manosphere now. And there was another content creator that did it too. Mm-hmm. I think the Angry Man is also switching up a little bit.
Okay, but they surveil for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just because you're just now hearing about it, they already have months or maybe years of surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
So you switching up today, that's not going to have anything to do with the footage and that they have of you.
Right.
From months or years ago.
Women. All they're doing is inciting violence against women, and it's disgusting. Very low class, very distasteful. But it is to be expected among men who don't have any power. The power that they do have, they get it from degrading and ostracizing and just not valuing their women.
Right.
And I hate to say their women because I'm not their women. I'm not their woman. I'm my own woman because I don't belong to black men or, any men at that point. But you hear what I'm saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When I wasn't on Jessica panel. It was another lady on her panel. I was just watching, and these guys sitting there and they're talking about, oh, you guys kill your children the most, and you guys should be in jail. And I was like, where's the stats? Like, if you
Right.
guys are pulling up these claims and all that stuff, where's the stats?
Black men
Where's your
don't
proof
know how to
that?
properly use stats. I've pulled up stats for men, and then they read them, and then they just go into this delusional, um I don't know, tirade of just, oh well, and making up their own. Like, they literally will read the facts and the stats and then make up their own conclusion of the stats, when the conclusion is
Mhm.
literally in the paragraph underneath the graphs and everything that I'm showing them. Like, but they don't. Black men don't like stats. They like to validate their truths. Hello, W. I remember you. I think,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah. They're just making up stats and all that stuff because they're saying, because this guy's saying that, oh, black women are killing black men. It's like, you guys are making all these claims, but where's your stats?
they can't read no damn
Hi,
stats.
W. I like your picture, your thumbnail picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. So it's really evident that the manosphere is looking for another a trophy. They're looking for an audition of old girl, and as we see here, and this, I'm just making I'm just making my guess on what's happening, and I feel that they are very discriminatory against not just women of color, but particularly dark skinned women. Right?
Hmm.
They don't like women, period, but they are attacking dark skinned women as like sort of like a scapegoat for the real thing. Now, and I'm gonna say somebody else's name and all. She's growing as a bigger YouTuber, and she's known in the manosphere. She's been shouted out by KS and some other dudes in the manosphere, and she was on a panel, and in that panel, it was with Lapeef, and it was with some other dude and all, and I forgot what the conversation was, but she was with a couple of other. She was with some black women on the panel. She's biracial, by the way, and they were having a discourse. They were having a conversation, and I forgot what it was about, but she was she was pretending to be calm and collected. Um, as you would talk to someone that you think you're having a a dialogue with, and then after that, 2.5 seconds later, she was
I
going zero.
saw that. I
You
saw
saw
that.
it too, right?
I saw it. I saw it. Yeah, I know
Girl,
who you're talking. And she had
girl.
fake. She had faux locks, right?
Yeah, she got full lock. She was turning zero to
I saw
100
that.
real quick. I'm like, yo, who are you? Who you think you are? You came up in there talking about, oh, you're gonna be the next Moses. Talking about, oh, you're gonna be leading the Red Sea. She was saying some fantasy shit. I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah, she was saying some crazy ass shit. I'm like, yo, you
I
don't be
saw
coming
that.
up in here. You don't be coming up in here and then acting like you're gonna take somebody else's. And then she had the audacity to be screaming at some of these melanated sisters that was in a panel with her when one of them was talking to the dude. They wasn't talking to her. She wanted to try to chime in, and she wanted to ingratiate herself just to get some manospheric cool points by scolding a darker skinned woman, by scolding at her and say, you don't talk to black men like that, this and that and the third. And it's like,
Mm.
first of all, she's not talking to you. She's talking to dude. And secondly, she's talking about a particular one. She's not generalized. And this is the problem. People lack listening skills. Learn to have some listening skills since you think you're so, godly like, since you say you're going to lead people to the Red Sea and all that bullshit, like you're the second coming or something. I'm like, sis. And then when they did the background on this chick got divorced and whatchamacallit, and I think she has to owe child support and some messy stuff that happened and everything. And the community, I'm gonna say it, The white side of the community, they didn't want nothing to do with her
Yeah,
ass.
they didn't want anything. They threw her out.
And that's what it is with these. I'm telling you, and this is not to generate all of, people that are of a certain, but I'm telling you, some of them, they're infiltrating in these communities, and then what they try to do is that when they get rejected by a certain community, they start to, I guess, try to morph themselves into the other, because they know that we'll easily accept them. They know that we're that gullible to easily accept people that don't really give a damn about us. If it was up to her, she would choose that community over us, because everybody devalues us, especially when you are a woman of a certain complexion. That, like, who are you? They want the benefits of it, but they don't want. But when it comes to our plight, when it comes to marching, when it comes to this, when it comes to being got every 4.5 hours, 4 to 5 hours for black women being shot down, and who is there to protect us? Who is there? No. And I will say this. I don't want to go too off topic, but that Elle magazine that another that this content creator had publicized, the only reason why they publicize that is because other races of women are getting affected by some of these manospheric men, or even these men that are representing the manosphere. That's the only reason why we're getting some type of light. If it wasn't for them, who
That's true.
that's
That's
the
true.
only reason why they care. Only. That's it. They wouldn't care about us. It's like that would be like a what you call it. That would be an uncharted territory in YouTube with black femicide and everything. That would be covered only in YouTube. If it's covered in Elle magazine, then something is about to pop off. You think this war in the war in Ukraine and everything, that's just one thing. But this right here, I'm telling you, this is something is about to go even massive. So keep running your mouth. These manospheric dudes, keep running your mouth. Keep acting like a chicken head. Keep acting like a hood rat on the street. Act like a hoe, okay? And then see where that runs you, because that's all you do. All you do is talk crap, and then you got some bird out here talking against women, especially women of color, darker skin, all that. You This is what you're doing. You don't care about women, period. You're just trying to what they say in it's a psychological term. Thank you. They like to love bomb people. They like to love bomb, saying, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, I'll give you all of this. If you sell out, if you sell out your community, if you do what we tell you to do, if you become a puppet, if you become a string in our finger, something to that extent. So I'm telling you, something crazy is about to happen.
Well, that's like what happened with Stacey Dash. She started talking crazy talk about get rid of the BET awards and all this stuff, and black folks was like, "Have you lost your mind?"
Mhm.
And
Hmm.
then when she really, tore her behind with the black community, then she tried to come back, and people were like, "Nah, sis, you stay out there."
You see, these women that are in the manosphere, they're just placeholders. Jessica X, Danica Marie, Crimson, whatever her name is, and that other that other content creator, or that woman you guys were just talking about. They're just placeholders to boost these men's egos up. And once
Right.
these men get tired of them, they're ready to toss them. Like, these men are already tossing Jessica X and Dika Marie, and they're gonna do the same thing with that Princeton woman. They're gonna,
They're
because
gonna.
they don't really like women like that. They don't want women in their spaces.
Mhm.
Uh,
They don't.
they
No,
really don't want them in their spaces. They're just there because they're boosting their ego.
it's a
But
fetish.
Bossy Empress, didn't you say that they were trying to recruit you and they were trying to, seduce you into that space?
I feel as though that they were.
See, I
I feel
think
as though
that
that they were.
they know people don't want to listen to a bunch of ugly fat dudes. They're trying to
Yeah.
seduce women to come in there.
Hmm. And nobody's going to want them. Nobody's going to. No, it's they're not. These men are not desirable men. So when desirable women start, standing behind them and adding to their talking points and being part of their little sphere, it gives them some type of clout. It gives them validation. Also, especially if you have the preferred phenotype, of course, it's going to even be more. of an ego boost to them and give a little bit more, I guess, credit to their talking points and their opinion, because now you've got that phenotype that they prefer backing them up. And that's why we have to, at this point, I'm gonna exhibit this content, this whole entire talking point on my channel probably tomorrow. I'm working tonight. But for me, it's like we've got to stop trying to expose these women. Like, I understand why Chris did it. I understand. I think she did an amazing job. But until, like, it's just making her more money. It's giving her more clout.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just need to ignore these bitches, like, dead ass. Like,
we need to ignore the whole Mansford period, because you guys know when Cameron Samuels did that average at best content.
Oh my God.
Okay, when you say ignore, do you mean don't come on their show? Why do these women keep coming on their show?
They're thirsty. That's why
they're thirsty, and they're loyal to. They see their sons in those type of men. Like, they don't realize you keep supporting these people that will spit in your face, and they will eventually use you as a placeholder. That way, when they get big, they'll do a whole bait and switch on your ass. And this is where your super chats is going. This is your Patreon money. This is all of that. What is it doing for you? You keep giving this support to these men. They don't care about you. They call you all types of hoes and biatches and all that stuff, but here you are, you still supporting them. Like, whole worship. You have to love yourself. Come on. All this time that you're devoting to them, you could be creating your own content. You could be having your own book. You could be doing something else. Come on. This is the era. This is why I don't really do none of it. I don't box myself into any of these type of group channels, especially when it comes to the BWE movement, because it makes you question, like, what is their end game?
Let's not here's my thing. Here's my thing. Let's not talk about here's the thing. This is how Cameron Samuels blew up, okay? Because a lot of female content creators were talking about his average at best videos, and we all know that the males from the manosphere watches our content, right? And when they see that we see a problem with another content creator that, don't see women as value, we actually advertise to these men, and these men like, oh, this man is actually on our side. Let me go subscribe to him. And we don't realize that we're doing that. So,
but what would his show be if no woman called in?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
He wanted
stop calling in. Why do they keep stop? What would Fresh and Fit's show be if none of those chicks showed up?
Nothing, because originally they got banned from TikTok. They got banned from TikTok, so they go to YouTube because they feel like, you know what, YouTube is unregulated. A lot of these social media platforms is unregulated, period. But they go over there because it's like, TikTok ain't the end of the world for them. They'll just go here because, they got a nice little, setup or whatever the case may be, and they want to model what old boy KS did, and then just use it as a younger version to attract a certain audience. And then they got their little, they got women from, certain platforms coming over there. They had a strategy anyway, so that's what made them win. But they also knew that Black women will tune into them and not easily cancel them like women in other communities will. See, this is the thing, this is the problem that I have with Black women. We need to do what other women of other races will do. If you keep supporting these misogynistic men, you have these men that are saying something to you, they're telling you to your face, they're telling it to other women, you should have canceled him altogether. You could have just go to, email the corporations and just say, listen, ban him altogether, because that's what women of other races would have done. They had the power to do it, but you didn't. So now these people are big. You let these people make $1 million off of the back of us. Now they are way too big to fail. Even if you wanted to cancel him now, it's too late for that, because you keep coddling these men. You keep pampering these men. You keep infantilizing these men. You keep doing that. You need to take accountability, period.
Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
agree.
Right. But that's so deep into our culture right now. I mean, if it's not a black woman trying to go her own way and go, stop coddling the black man, there's 20 other mammies to go against her, I think mammying and coddling black men is part of our culture, and it's going to take some dismantling. It's going to take a very long time to wake these women up and to get them to stop mammying for these grown ass these children in a grown man's body. That's what they act like. They act like children, but they're in a grown man's body. Like most black men that I know of are very
Yeah,
childish, very immature.
they really are, and I'm glad that their childish behavior is being exposed, and you know, and if it wasn't for white women, and I'm going to say that if it wasn't for white women being harassed and stopped by the manosphere, nothing would not have been done if it was a black woman, Hispanic woman, and an Asian woman that are crying for help. Because let's be honest, like, we're not really protected in this country like that. So when you hear
Mm-mm.
white women
Oh,
crying and saying that these men harassing them, there's laws that's going to be passed.
now they want to react. You see what I'm saying now? Because now you have women of a certain color. They may not have any color. Now that
Mhm.
other groups of which are kind of dominant in their case system by way of their men.
Mhm.
Now it's because, oh, now they want to pay attention to our plight. Oh, now they want to feel sorry for us. And now they want to point out that KS is a misogynistic. Oh, now they want to be able to cry some tears. Now they want to have a brush with the manosphere. Now they did that. But where was this all before, when this was just all private knowledge in a way, when only YouTube was talking about it? Where was this before? But you know what? One thing that we need to do, even though now we're getting some sort of light to some sort of like recognition for what's going on, what we need to say is just the collective of black men. Not to say that it's general, but the collective is doing that. The collective is taking our lives every 5 hours or 4.5 hours or whatever the case may be. We need to drill that in. That way they can just completely stop all this misogyny altogether.
I don't
Right.
see how. I was gonna say real quick. I don't see how they're so misogynist when black women are the matriarchs of the community. There's no patriarchy in the black community. Black men are not even in the homes. Like they even say it themselves. So I don't understand how we have misogyny when they're not even in the household taking care of their children. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day because
But
I
here's
know
the
why.
thing,
But
like the man that was on that panel, on Jessica X's panel, saying that black women are killing their children, but they're saying that because of abortion, and they
right.
said, oh, you guys should be arrested and go to jail. Okay, so if we should go, if we're born in our kids, right, and we should go to
Hmm.
jail for it, then other races of women should go to jail for it too, because it's legal to get an abortion.
That's just a deflection. They're trying to
And
deflect from the 5.5 hour or the
Mhm.
4.5 hour. That they're trying to deflect from that because they're masters
Yeah,
of deflection.
exactly. They
Hmm.
know what they're saying doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make
yeah.
it because first of all, it's in our womb. What we do with whatever that we decide to do before 6 months, after 6 months, that's in our womb. Okay, but that doesn't negate the fact that all you do, you take our lives away every single day. There's always uh people, women that represent us as being taken away by you. You have content creators like Leah Gordon and other content creators that cover black femicide. You don't want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about you not being able to provide for your family, not putting a roof over your head. You're not talking about the fact that you leave these children. You just run amok and then just don't take care of your children. You're an absentee father. You don't want to take no accountability. All you want to do is talk about, oh, white supremacy this or white supremacy that, when you're not realizing that, listen, Martin Luther King and all these leaders, they already made sure that we have the resources today. You could have like, you could get free programs. We was talking, Diamond Princess. I talked about free educational programs for you to take training in coding and medical billing or whatever the case, or construction, whatever the case may be. You have those resources. Come on, trucking.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near all these manosphere, not all of them, but the majority of these manosphere dudes, they do trucking. I mean, come on, you have something. Why are you trying to deflect and talk about whatever crazy issue that has nothing to do with your degeneracy? You need to take care of that over there.
Exactly. That there are the degenerates. They that's the thing. That's why they don't want to take care
But
of it.
since when do these men care about children? So you care about children all of a sudden?
Yeah,
No,
you
they
don't
just
care.
care about black men. Then they realize that if we do what Sinji has suggested, which I think she just uses that as a gaslighting tactic, then they
Hmm.
realize that, hey, we can't, we need more black men. That triggers them when we talk about,
Yeah, because
terminating them.
we can't erase their existence.
Right. And they understand when we do that we have the power. But actually they have power to just create children with the women they want to create families with. But these black men want all of
Colors of the
the
rainbow.
goodies. Hmm?
They want all the colors in the rainbow. They want this woman, that woman. They want to impregnate all the women in the world and take zero accountability for what they do. And then they get mad, and then they be going in panels talk about, oh, the child support system, and listening to these dudes that are really pandering to the red pill community. A lot of a lot of these famous big dudes in the manosphere, they're pandering, in my
Right.
opinion, allegedly. That's my opinion. Because I mean,
Well,
continue, continue.
my bad. I was gonna say, like, I like what you said, but what I was gonna go with is a little bit more abstract. What they want is all of the benefits of being an adult, but none of the responsibility. They want to have sex with who they want, when they want, how they want. They want to ejaculate inside of women, create, like, it's like, but you're not being a responsible adult, so you really don't just. If you don't want to create children, get a vasectomy. If you don't want to be in a relationship with women, let that be known. Stop from manipulating women and then getting them like, they just do all of this demonic manipulative bullshit. It's not even necessarily about them wanting to sleep with the rainbow. They want all the benefits, all of the good things about being an adult, none of the responsibility.
No
They want,
accountability whatsoever. Zero
right.
accountability. And
Yeah,
then
but not just sleeping with women, but they want women to fall in love with them, and they want
Hmm.
women to believe that they're in a relationship
Right,
because
because they want the benefits of a relationship without the responsibility as well.
exactly, and that's the thing, because if you were honest and you said, okay, I just want sex, here's my money, and then the woman services you or you service her, and that's a even Steven. But they don't want that. They want you to actually believe that he loves you and that you're going to have a family, and they give you a shut up ring and pretend
exactly.
and
These
pretend like they're engaged to you and all this
Mhm.
stuff. That's the horrific part of it.
That is the
Is
horrific part. Yeah, continue.
that's how you have all these women that have 5 children, and they've been engaged for 10 years, and it's like, because he keeps on stringing them along, you
Right.
know.
And these women don't know where to differentiate what these men are doing, and they're getting played. So when these women do figure out that these men are
She
playing them, it's
Yeah,
too late.
it's too late. She already has an anchor around her neck.
Yeah,
And it,
it's
oh,
too late because these men, they already manipulate you. They string you along. They never married you. They don't come around to see their kids or take care of them. And then what happens is you're stuck.
it
You're
was all
stuck
so.
with all what however many kids you have with him,
Mhm.
and now you're in the poorhouse because you can't feed all these kids. And then what happens next is that you create other degenerate males in the community because they don't have a father figure to teach them or guide them onto the right path of how to be a man. They're left without that.
It was all by design. Everything that they do is all plotted. It's all plotted. Okay.
Yes, I
So
agree with that.
it's all plotted. And when they seek out a woman, they make sure that the woman that she seeks out, number one, doesn't have a father figure or has very low self-esteem, and then he preys on that because she doesn't know her self-worth enough to know to use discernment and to see behind the facade, to see behind the mask, to see behind all of that because that the person is crafty. But so he blinds her and tells her, "Yeah, we're gonna be together. We're gonna, get out the hood. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you that." And then she falls for it or whatever because she likes resources. Women, we love resources. However, black women, they don't know how to um, differentiate people that are BS and people that are genuine. So
Because we wasn't taught that. We wasn't taught to vet men.
exactly. We weren't taught to do that. So we are a product of our environment, and we are used to whomever that we're familiar with. So we easily fall into that trap. They tell us they love us, they give us a shut up ring to shut us the F up, and then we buy into it. And then we got one kid, two kid, three kids. All of that was designed for us to be stuck and not choose better and not go to other um, groups of men. So
Mhm.
they want us to be reliant on them and be on relying on their BS because it benefits them 100%. So we can be a girlfriend for 10 years, 20 years, and they're still winning because their biological clock ain't ticking like us. So
Mhm.
as long as you say the M word, the married word, oh, we'll automatically just, we won't look nowhere else because you
Like
see
these
the
these
magic word.
see asking for a marriage is like holy water to them.
Mhm.
When you say marriage, it's like performing an exorcism. Their heads start spinning, they start foaming at the mouth, and they're doing all these crazy things because you're proposing marriage to them. It's like, trying to exercise a demon out of them.
Exactly. It's a flex. That's what it is. It's a whole flex. We get to flex to our girls. We go on social media. We be like, yeah, I put a ring on it. If you like it, well, you should have put a ring on it. So it's like, it's something for us to feel that makes us define us as a woman. Or don't matter if the dude ain't about nothing. Don't matter if the dude is abusive. It don't matter nothing. As long as we get that ring, it justifies everything, and all his sins is completely like eradicated. We're all forgiven just because he gave us a useless ring that eventually is gonna put us back from years to come, and our children is gonna end up suffering.
Yep.
Yep. All right, ladies. Well, I enjoyed the conversation tonight. I gotta go, but I'll see y'all next time, okay?
All right, Bossy Empress. When is your? You said that you're gonna make a show tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon, and then I have another one tomorrow evening. So they should be popping up in the algorithm. I'll share it onto the community tab so it'll be easy for y'all to just come on and set your reminder.
Okay. All right. Good
All
talking
right.
to you.
Yes, it was. Good
You have a
night.
good night.
Bye, Diamond. I don't know what you're doing, but bye, sis. And nice to holler at you again, W.
All right,
All
later.
right, bye.
Boy, boy. And the thing about it is I mean, I don't even know this Jessica chick like that, but for the little things that I known about her, and the impact, I don't know if I should say impact. I would say the negative impact that she has made, and how some of these dudes are actually calling out on her and want her to cam up and everything. That just gets you to know it's like, damn, like these do yo, like it's black men, it's like the smoke that you got for black women when it comes to other groups of women or women that are of a certain complexion. You don't hold that same smoke for them simply because of her skin color, or just because she is from outside of the U.S. Just because she looks a certain way, or you get she gets a pass when she could be the same type of female that you accuse us of being, that you complain us about. I don't be understanding. It's just like this, yo.
But look at Kanye. He's complaining about the same thing that a lot of black men say. She won't let me see my kids. Blah blah. Isn't he sounding like he's on? Don't these complaints sound the same?
It sounds just the same, but that's not our fight. Why is it that
I
every
I
time they
I know it's not our fight, but I'm saying they keep making it look like when they get with a white woman, it's going to be better and it's going to be different. But he's singing the same song.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did Bossy Empress leave?
She did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not worried about Jessica X and Danica Marie and these other women that are making contact against divestors, because they're being heavily investigated as well. And when you claim that you're part of the manosphere, because they don't have to, but as you can see, they have men that are part of the manosphere on their panel. So what's happened is what they're going to get caught up in the fire, and they're going to be taken out as well. So I wouldn't even worry about, exposing them, because I'm glad they're being exposed, because it's just, give the FBI more ammunition to get these people off the streets.
Yeah, get them out of the streets. And it's only but they're smart to know that it starts from the internet, because social media has an impactful way of
Hmm.
influencing the youth. And
Right.
unfortunately, within this within the black I will say within the black side, um and I'm not trying to make a huge comparison, but I'm just being honest. The majority of the manospheric dudes in this black side is very toxic, and they drown out the voices that needs to be heard, like people like RC Blakes or other, very few people. They're not Some of them are popular, but they're not getting the recognition that they truly deserve. But yet they are overshadowed by people that are very toxic, and people that cause a lot of destruction and a lot of harm in their community, just because they may view that this person speaks well, and he has a nice suit on, and he's actually doing something for the black community. Let me tell you something. Anybody can speak eloquently. Anybody can take a
Hmm.
public speaking course. Anybody can train themselves to speak so beautifully, and anybody
Hmm.
can craft their message in a way that it sounds so right. It sounds so pure. But if you use discernment, you will be able to see through all the BS, just swim through all the BS, and then you find out what the end message is. The end message is destructive, but they do it in a way to try to confuse you, to make it seem
Hmm.
like, oh my God, like how could like he's is that what it is? That's why a lot of women question when he said that girl was average at best and everything. He got all these women, the black women, thinking like, oh man, like damn, so I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not this, so I really can't. Like because the way he crafts the message, but he's a crafty person. That's the thing.
Hmm.
So you have to know how to navigate these waters when you're dealing with people, especially these people. They put on a suit on, they look good, and their hair is on fleek, and they speak so well, and their camera setup. They got the 4K camera and everything. You have to know how to really discern the message. That's the thing. Black women, we need to wake up and discern the message. That is our weakness, and that's how these manosphere dudes continue to take advantage of us. Because if this person can get away with a million followers off of the backs of us, then other male toxic male content creators will do that, because y'all allowed this person to do it. So if other people do it, you can't say nothing either, because we don't take action.
Right. So I'm gonna end the video here. Is there any last words you ladies want to say?
No, thank you for coming up and just wanted to drop by to say hello to everybody.
Thank you.
No other words. So I said my piece, and black women, you need to just please just think ahead. Think before you act. Not everybody is your brother. Not everybody is your son. Just think before you act. Raise your standards and love yourself. That's it.
And what
Like,
would these platforms be if these women don't make yourself the fodder for these platforms? Don't make yourself the fuel for the fire. These platforms would die out if just a bunch of ugly guys were just crying about how they can't get a date. Who's going to watch that? You
yeah,
know, just stop bringing your beautiful self on these platforms and giving them shine. You're the goose that's laying the golden eggs, and you're just making these platforms more successful than they should be.
exactly. And what that being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video. You have a nice night.